Hey, Sophie, I'm good. How are you? Hey, Lisa, how's it going, sweetie? You good? Hope you guys had a good Friday so far. You been better? Don't feel better yet? You good, Lisa? Good. Glad to hear. A little better? Well, at least you're a little better. You're not worse. So that's good. Hey, Ann, how are you, sweetheart? You good? Sucks about Kitty's live earlier. She said the wind knocked out the power, so she's gonna have to redo it, which sucks. It's always something. Always something. You good? Good to hear. I just got a nice Epsom salt bath, so I'm good to go. Tanya just went live, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna mute my volume and go over there and just listen to her. I'm over at Tanya's listening to her live. Hey Fiona, I'm over at Tanya's listening to her. I'm over at Tanya's listening to her live. I'm on her. I'm over her live listening to her. You guys are all over there as well. Thanks for going visiting her. She, you know, thanks for everybody goes over there and visits her. So I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna mute my thing. Tanya's so freaking funny. She's so hilarious. I'm so happy she's having fun. That's so nice. I'm glad. She needs the vacation. And she needs the vacation, and she needs the support from everybody. She's been through a lot. I'm glad everybody goes over there and supports her. It's nice. Hey, Lisa. Welcome back. It's such a nice place she's at. So nice. Thanks for going over to Tanya's, guys. That was nice of you guys. Thanks. I always want everybody to go and support her and go chat with her and stuff. She's always got some cool, fun videos. She's always at some cool place and has a story. So I'm glad she's good. I'm glad. What's up, Goody? You good, bro? You too, man. Thanks. I appreciate you, bro. You too, man. Enjoy the weekend. I am. Fuck this shit. I'm glad it's the weekend. I have nothing to really do, like really do. That I have to do. Put it that way. I have things to do, but I don't have something I have to do. But I'm gonna clean my apartment tomorrow. When I get up, I'm gonna go from top to bottom, and I need to put away all my winter clothes and bring out all my summer clothes because winter is gone. And I don't need no long pants and no long shirts. So I'm gonna pack all that shit away. And I'm gonna bring out all my summer clothes and make sure I got everything sorted out. I'm gonna clean my bathroom and all my tile. Maybe wash a load of clothes, and I'm gonna chill, play some music, and hang out home. I'll be chilling like a villain. Can't wait. What is this idiot trying to? Okay. Okay, cool. I'm sorted out. Well, Sophie, your San Antonio Spurs better win today, or else they're gonna be down 2-0. They better win today. If they don't, I'll be pissed because they're gonna go play 3 games in New York after this. It goes 2-3-2. So that's not a good thing. New York's gonna be in favor, which is no bueno. So they have to win today. So that way they can prolong everything. Just check my emails real quick. All right, good. Yeah, it's Tanya. I've been live all this time, and I left my live and I went over to yours, and I just muted my live. I I told everybody we're gonna go over your live. It's been quiet in here. Nothing really happened. You didn't miss anything. I've only been on here for like 20 minutes. And Kitty had a live earlier, but she lost power. She's got like a storm, like a windstorm over there. So knocked out her power. So she's out of power. Her live went to Gemini and then finished. So that sucks. So we were all pissed that the live got disrupted by stupid, you know. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no worries. I saw you went live right after I did, and I was like, okay, let me go see what's going on, with her live. And then I went over there, and you were like, um, showing the ocean and stuff. I was like, oh yeah. I told everybody I'm gonna go over to Tanya's and say hi, and I muted my live, and we all went over there, and now everybody's back here. It's hop alive. Hop on to each other's live. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. I wouldn't keep lives like that anyway, so it doesn't make sense. You don't want people to know too much about your life and where you are and shit. People be like, must be nice to be you. You're in vacation. Shut up. Must be nice. Must be nice. Instead of being, oh my God, great. That's so nice. And great. Enjoy yourself. Oh, I hate that when people do that. All right, Lisa, take care. Wow, that's so annoying. That's like so fucking annoying. Like nobody's like ever happy for anybody anymore. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why do that? Like the first thing I said to you was like, this place looks so nice. And you said you were going to the car show. I was like, yeah, go out and have fun. Like, fucking right. Hell yeah. You're on vacation mode. Fucking right. Bored? How could you be bored on your vacation? Like, the hell? Then you say you have fresh fish. Hell yeah. That's my type of life. I want to go eat some nice food and go watch things and go see stuff. And if I'm on vacation, hell yeah. I want to go see a bunch of stuff. I'm going to find out what's going on in the area and go do it. Oh, fuck. Of course. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Me, I'm as soon as I saw you go live, I didn't say, anything. I said, okay, yeah, Tanya's live, guys. I'm gonna go say hi. Let's go over Tanya's. And like, what the fuck? Like, hell yeah, we're gonna go hang out over there and talk some shit and then come back. Like, how could you like be so fucking weird and say like, aren't you bored? It must be the life being you. You have nothing to do. People do that shit to me all the time. What, no work today? I'm like, no, I'm retired. I told you already. I want to be retired before 50. Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, it must be nice to be you. I said, well, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I don't have school fees and college fees to pay for. That's your choice that you wanted that life. And my life, I don't want that. So I'm going to have all the money and all the life to myself. I had a crazy day today. This morning, I had to go pick up my mom, right? I picked up my mom. Then I picked up my sister from work. I took them to the hospital so my mom can get a test, right? Where you hook the wires up to the chest to check the heart and all that. It took literally 20 minutes. I came home, ate breakfast real quick. As soon as I finished my breakfast, my sister texted me and says, "We're all done." I said, "Perfect." So I went, go pick him up. The hospital's 5 minutes away. So I went pick him up, took my sister back to work, took my mom. I wanted to take my mom to go get lunch, but today is Friday and in the city is no parking. Like it's just crazy. So I was like, you know what, mom? I have fish left over from yesterday in a container. I'm gonna give it to you and you can take it home and you can put it in one of your rolls and you can eat that for your lunch because she had soup for dinner. She's like, "Oh, you sure?" I'm like, "Yep." Okay. So I came home, got the fish, got some other stuff, took her home, made sure, took her to the ATM, got her some money because she wanted some cash. So I went to get the cash. Then I dropped her off. Then I went back to the grocery store for myself to get my groceries. And I came home, went live, washed dishes, made my lunch, and man, and I've been here and just doing. Yeah, she's okay. The doctor just wants her, like, because she's 80 years old, the doctor wants her to go get herself checked. And my mom says she's never done that in her life. To be 80 years old and never get hooked up to, a heartbeat machine or whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. But my sister said, thank God she went because my mom had to like get undressed and, do all this shit. And so that's why my mom wanted my sister to go, you know. So obviously I wasn't gonna go in there with my mother, but it was fun though. Yeah, she's all right. She's cool. The doctor just wants to make sure she's okay. That's all. It's like a checkup type of test thing. That's all. I'm hoping nothing's wrong, but I know nothing will be because I don't think that way. And if something is, then we're just gonna have to sort it out. That's all. I'm not gonna worry about it. I've been working for just as long. I've been working for a very long time. Since I was 12 years old, I was packing groceries, stocking shelves at the grocery store. I'm 49 now, so that's 37 years. I've been working part time right up until from 12 to 17. I was working part time. Then when I left school at 17, I've been full time since and ain't stopped. And now this year, I haven't really worked that much. I'm working on here and doing my thing and enjoying my life. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep busting my ass every fucking day. Hell no. So I can end up, dead as a doornail and not enjoying my life. No way. I need to enjoy my life and just do what I gotta do. Like, fuck that. That's why I'm glad. Like, I'm glad when people tell me they're enjoying their life and they're on vacation and they're having a great time. That shit makes me happy to know that people actually enjoy themselves and enjoy their lives. Hey, Panda, how you doing? How you feeling? Better? Good? Splendid? Wonderful? Good? Ah, there we go. I feel better now. Last time I spoke to you, you weren't feeling well, but hopefully you're all right now. There's a few people that come in here that don't feel good. So, good. You're feeling like a splendid panda. Good. And you're not still 100, but a lot better. Okay, that's good. As long as you're a lot better and not worse. That's the main thing. Me, I'm good. I can't complain. I had pork chops on the barbecue with some rice and some vegetables. So it was very good. And I made some hamburgers and hot dogs for my sister and her kids. And dealt with my mom today and my sister and everybody, and now I'm just here chilling. All's good. You had 2 courses of antibiotics. Dang. Well, at least you're better now. That's the main thing. That's what I always tell people. As long as you get better, not worse. When you get better, that's a good thing. Yeah, all was good. I can't complain. Same shit, different day. Some days I wish I kept quiet. And some days, I want to say more things, sometimes. But otherwise, that I'm all right. You know, sometimes you have those moments where you just say, I should have just kept quiet. I just wasted my energy. Well, fuck. What can you do? And then there's some days you're like, fuck, I should have said something. Done. You have a story? Okay, good. I like stories. I'm always the one that always telling damn stories. I was going to the post office today and accidentally walked out in front of a car that was speeding, to be honest. I didn't even see it. I felt like I was pulled back. Oh shit. Oh, that's good. You gotta pay attention. These fucking people don't care. People don't care. They'll run your ass over and they won't even give a shit. They'll blame you because you're the one in the street. I haven't seen so many accidents like I've seen like lately. This year's probably been like the worst year of accidents ever in Bermuda and like everywhere. It's so crazy. Yeah, of course. That it happens. It can happen. I believe it. It was probably your mother grabbing you saying, what the hell are you doing, woman? Get your ass back here. Get your ass back, woman. She's like, this damn woman ain't paying attention. Get your ass back. That's probably who it was. Probably mommy. Pull your ass back. Well, I'm glad that you didn't get run over, and I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad nothing happened to you. Exactly. She's like, pay attention, woman. Fuck you gun. Damn woman. Well, that's what happens. We have to pay attention. You know what? The person who taught my mom how to taught my mom how to drive, the driving instructor told my mom, and this was like years ago when she got her license. The guy said to my mom, you always have to worry about the people that you're driving with, like around you, than you driving yourself. Because you can control what you drive, but the people that are around you and coming this way and that way, you can't control them. So you always have to be aware of every dumbass that's on the road. And that's very true. Everything, ever since she told me that, right? I always pay attention to everybody else. I always, when I see somebody pulling up, I'm like, look at this fucking idiot. I did that today. Like there was a guy pulling out in front of me, and he didn't even see me, and he put his hand up to say sorry, and I just shook my head and he just put his hand back up again. I didn't even say anything. I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna. There's some days I just said it like literally 5 seconds ago. There's some days you just don't want to say nothing, or you regret saying something. So I just like, let me just keep my mouth shut. It's Friday. These people are fucking mental. They just got paid and got money to burn, and they gotta go pay their fucking bills and go eat. It was like 12 o'clock too, so all these hungry ass mofos gonna get lunch and aggravating the shit out of me. Yeah, that's what the person did. They raised their hand up. I was like, yeah, you're lucky my mother's in the car. Because if my mom wasn't in the car with me, I would have fucked them off. But I was like, nah, it's all good, Mark. Stupid is stupid. As long as they don't hit me, I ain't gonna fuck them off. I'm always very, very cautious of everybody else's driving, and And a lot of people have a bad habit of parking all fucked up. I've never understood how people can't park properly. Like it's just the dumbest thing in the world. I don't know how the fuck, like when you learned how to drive, then you learn how to park. So what's the difference? Like why are you taking so long to park? You lock the wheel all the way, you go in, and as you're going in, when you see yourself going in and you know you like the sidewalks right there, you go the other way. Duh. Like I do it every time. I don't have no problems parking. My nephews always tell me, "You park the car so good, bro." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Mom, she parks the car, but she takes a little longer." I said, "Women can't drive like me." I said, "There's some men that can't drive like me." I've been driving for over 30 years, so I know. And I drove golf carts when I was young, so I know what I'm doing. Have I ever got road rage like that? Nah. Honestly, I get more. I've had like road rage where the person came and tried to fight me one time. Cause like I was on my motorcycle and a guy cut me off, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" And then I kept going. So he came after me. He was like, "Yo, you got something to say?" And I took my helmet off. I said, "Yeah, you can say it now. Go ahead." He thought I was scared of him. And then a woman was like, "Hey, hey, hey, don't be fighting around here." It was like the place where you pay your cable bill. This is like before internet was a thing, right? We had to go physically to the building and pay for it, right? So I was ready to go pay for my bill, and he was like, "Yeah, you talking shit to me?" I said, "Yeah, you cut me off, you moron. You almost hit me on the bike. Oh, well, you need to stop speeding." I said, "You were the one speeding. Don't try and blame me." And he was like, "Oh, fuck you up." I was like, "Well, come here then." And the lady was like, "No, no, we're not having none of that around here." And I had my helmet in my hand. I was like, "Yeah, you want to go sleep today? I dare you come over here." And that was like the only road rage I really remember. I don't remember any other type of road rage where the person was like ready to fight. But I've had parking rage where one guy he parked, he wasn't supposed to be parked where he was, and like I had to like go in between him and another car, and I looked at him, and I was like, "This is some fucking bullshit. Like, what are you doing?" And like he when I got out of my car, he was leaving, and he came right in line with me. I was standing up like this, and he pulled up to me like that, right? And he goes, "Yeah, talk your shit now." And I was like, "What do you mean talk my shit now? Like, are you mental or something, bro? You're not supposed to be parking there. Like, what? That's why I'm mad at you, because I had to squeeze through you. You're not supposed. Look at all these parks around here. Don't fucking worry about what I'm doing." And I was like, he was like, "Yeah, say something. I'll get out of this car and slap you." And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to see that. But anyway, you have a great day, buddy." You got fucking rage inside of you. You're doing the wrong and you're going at me. Like that, what sense does that make? You're in the wrong, bro, not me. You act like I fucked you up or something. Hey, Pan Bear, how you doing, sweetie? See, that was the only two real times that I had like really serious like road rage or parking rage or fucking somebody over me almost fought. But I don't let it get to that anyway. Sometimes like you just don't say anything because it don't make sense. Because then you're gonna get into arguments and fights with people. But ain't nobody really done anything like that. I haven't really had like a bad experience because they're probably like, "Yeah, this guy's standing up for himself, so I'm just gonna leave him alone. I ain't gonna let just some random person talk no dumbass shit, especially if they're wrong." In both of those cases, the guy was wrong, not me. So it's like, hell no. But yeah, I try to stay off the roads as much as I can because I hate people and I hate people who can't drive. So annoying. So annoying. That's one thing I can't stand. Oh, that's not good. Fighting is not good. Pat Bear, kisses to you too, sweetheart. Hope you're good. Yeah, I hate people and I hate people who can't drive. That shit's annoying. And I hate people who can't park either. They aggravate me. One thing I can't stand is a person that goes back and forth or like I've seen people, I had to stop because Bermuda's roads are very small. So it's only, one way in, one way out, a lot of places. And in the city, it's very hard to park for people who don't know what they're doing. I literally watched this lady back up into a car park like this, right? She backed up and then she hit the sidewalk. And I'm like, why would you want to hit the sidewalk? You should have turned the wheel. Can't you see you're in like an angle? Like, so go back out. And then when you go back out, you turn the wheel so you can go back in like this. Like, And it's like when you passed your test, you had to park. So why don't you do it exactly like you did it in the test? Like how hard is that? And the woman looked like she was at least like maybe 50 something, right? I'm assuming. So you've been parking, this your first time parking in the city? Like, come on, woman, you got a small ass car too. And I just looked at her and I was just like, you know what, Mark, don't say nothing. Just know that everybody doesn't have a brain. Oh yeah, that too, Pam. I hate that shit. Overtake you. That happened to me the first month I had my car because my car has a sensor. So if it senses somebody too close to the front, then my car will stop on its own, right? So a bike came flying up down the hill and he came right in front of me like this and stopped. And then my car stopped automatically because he was too close. And I was like this, I was like, fucking asshole. And I beeped. I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, F you. And I was like, oh, F me. All right. All right, bro. You better keep going. Cause I'm gonna F you, all right. I'm telling you, it's so annoying. I can't stand people, man. They're so annoying. Some people are just mental, and this is their month. This is mental awareness month. I think it is, or mental health month. This month is a lot of things. The mental part definitely is the right word for it. Hey Dan, how you doing, bro? Exactly, Fiona. A lot of people have their license. Some of them buy them. Some people just annoying. Well, you know what, Tanya? You're driving a big ass truck and a camper. These women in Bermuda are driving like little cars, like tiny cars. Like for you to be driving a truck, that's like amazing. Like I admire you driving a big ass truck. And of course you're gonna have problems parking a damn truck if you don't do it every day. I'm you're the least of my worries in that concern. But fucking these people in Bermuda, they got these small ass cars and they still can't park. And I'm like, what are you doing, woman? Sometimes I want to say, get out of the car and just walk. Take the bus, woman. So annoying. Yeah, everybody's good, Dan. I'm holding it down as usual. Glad you're here, bro. Oh yeah, they people that zip in and take the parking spots, Pam. You know how they are. They be doing that shit on purpose. Yep, that too, Panda. People always doing dumbass shit. Yeah, sometimes it's better to take the bus. That way you ain't gotta park, you ain't gotta waste no gas. It might be a little longer or frustrating than sometimes, but sometimes I want to take the bus too, because I don't even want to drive and deal with these idiots. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. They just whack as shit. I don't get it. I try to stay away from people. Yeah, she loves the bus. She doesn't worry. She says she loves coming on the bus, and she says it's fun. You know, the bus goes slow and it's air conditioned, and she says there's a lot of people there, so she feels comfortable and stuff, and she loves it. She never complains about the bus to me. And the bus stop is right next to my mom's house. Like my mom's house is here, and the bus stop's right here. So when she gets off the bus, she's got to go this way and down to the house and back over here, and boom, that's it. You get off the bus and you walk literally 50 feet, and the front door is right there. Like my mom's house is right on the road, and the bus stops there sometimes during the summer, and they show like the house, my parents' house, is like a tourist. Like the driver of the bus will stop, and he'll be like, "Oh, you know, everybody, this is how a Bermuda house looks like. You see the roof here, they catch the water and this and that." So they're always there. So the bus stop is always at my mom and dad's, like the buses. So she loves it. You can't go fast here in Bermuda. Everybody will be dead. And that's how people die here on the roads. They go too fast. Because it's very, very slow. It's very, very congested here. You can't, the speed limit is 35K, which is like 22 miles an hour. But nobody does that. The average person does like 50K, 60K. No, we don't have trains here. Uh-uh. No train system at all. It don't make sense having a train. You know, the only trains we have is like literally little trains that take people around the city, like tiny little like kiddie trains. Like you know, it looks actually like a kid's train. It actually takes kids around and goes sightseeing around the city. It's like a red and green one. I'll take a picture of it one day when I see it. But we don't have train stations. We just have buses, and this month officially they officially passed the law to have like Ubers here. Like we have our own Uber system. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it's like you know, we don't have Uber like the company, but we have a company that's like Ubers where you can call them and they come pick you up and shit. We have a shit ton of taxis and we have plenty of buses. Like the bus stops every, I don't know, like probably every 200 feet, there's a bus stop, literally. So all you gotta do is walk to it, and wherever you live, it's pretty much a convenience. But yeah, there's no train system here. We're too small for that. Bermuda's only 26 miles long. So if a train were to go, it'll be literally like stopping like every couple feet. It'd be like totally pointless to have a train here. Back in the day, we had train tracks and trains here back in the day. That was the only transportation. Now they're just train tracks, and they're just like areas where you see the pylons there that held the tracks up. It's before my time. Yeah. You just got to find out what stops are there is, and then you just ping the button and bang. Yeah. But there's a lot of mopeds here, like, and bikes and motorbikes here. There's tons of bikes here. There's too many, to be honest. There's too many bikes here, too many cars, too many trucks and vans. It's very, very congested here with traffic. It's like ridiculous. It's gotten really, really bad. See, people here don't mind taking the Uber service, like, because, you know, a lot of, like tonight, everybody's gonna get drunk. Not everybody, but drunk. Everybody gets people here get fired up, and they'll call. Now they're happy because if they can't get a taxi, they'll just get an Uber thing. So they'll call the Uber person and bang and come pick them up. My sister is going out tonight with her friends, and one of those Uber taxi people are going to pick her and her friend up and take them to the event and pick them up, take them and pick them up. Because my sister don't want to take her car. So now that service is there, a lot of people are going to use it, and a lot of people make a lot of money. But I can't put up with that. I can't go pick people up and aggravate me all drunk and throw up in back of my van. I'll beat the shit out of them. So I would never work on Friday and Saturday nights to pick up a bunch of drunk people. That ain't happening. Do you put a rope on the bus? No. It's a button. Like on the actual like when you sit down, there's like a button like on the where the windows are. There's like a strip, and then it's the window. So there's a button there that says stop, next stop. So you just press the button, it goes ping, and then the person, the driver knows to go to the next stop. There's no rope, no. It's always been a button. No ropes. Yeah. Hey Starlight, how you doing, sweetie? You good? Yeah, bus is like my mom goes on the bus, and because she's a senior, the bus is free. You don't pay anything. That's why my mom goes on the bus. It's free. So she didn't want to worry about it. And she saves me gas by going on the bus too. You're good. Good to hear, Starlight. Glad you're good. Yeah. Here in Bermuda, the law is anyone over 65, you have to get like a card that says you're officially 65 and you're retired. And if you show that card, like if you show you're 65, you have like a special bus pass. We had to get one for my mom a couple months ago so she can go on the bus for free. All she has to do is flash the card, and then they're like, okay, good. But now they tell my mom, oh, you ain't got to worry about it. We know who you are. Like you can tell, she's older than 65, duh. So yeah. So she loves it. If it's free, go for it. My neighbor, she she can still drive, and she does drive every now and then. But she told me she prefers to go on the bus because it's free. She doesn't have to pay for gas. She goes, why not? If I have the option, I might as well. And see where we live, where my parents live, there's a bus stop literally on both sides. So you're not gonna have for an old person, we have the perfect place to catch the bus and to come home on the bus. So one bus is coming, east, and the other one goes west. So my mom can, if she wanted to go to the city by herself, all she had to do is cross the street, walk over 20 feet, and there's a bus stop, and it's like a closed in like little house area where you can go in if it's raining or whatever, and there's a bench in there. And then as soon as the bus comes around the corner, you can see the person if anybody's in there, and he'll stop, pick you up, and take you. And on the way back, it's literally right in front of our house. So my mom, if she wanted to, she can go to and from on the bus anytime she wants, like my neighbor. But I prefer to go get her and take her to the city, right? And while I take her to the city, I can do what I need to do at the city when I'm there. And then I can leave her there, and I know she's going to come back on the bus, which is perfect. So I don't have to like take her and wait for her, because she doesn't want me to wait for her. She wants to go around and, do her thing, be independent, which is great for an 80-year-old woman. Yeah. So it's perfect. Absolutely, Tanya. I agree. Here's my card, Sonny. You can do that. You can do that to Panda's house. Okay, good. Catch the bus. I haven't been on the bus in a while. I did come on the bus like probably like three times or something like that. 3 years ago. I mean, not three times. 3 years ago, I came on the bus. I said, "Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna go on the bus. I can't find a cab." I put my car in like the shop, and then I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna walk to the bus terminal. It's like 10 minutes away, and then I'm gonna go on the bus. I haven't been on the bus forever." And I did. It was like 3 years ago. It was pretty fun. Does my mom carry mace on her? Hell no. You don't really need that shit here. We don't have that type of problem. Ain't nobody really bothering nobody like that here. You get your ass beat for that shit. My mom will fucking take her purse and slap the shit out of that person. We don't really have mace and all that stuff here like that. Nobody really uses that stuff here. You never hear of anybody doing that. Bermuda's chill like that. We don't. There's nobody really bothering nobody like that. Here, Fiona, it's too small and too congested. There's too many people like in one place where you can't really like. A woman doesn't really have to like. My mom wouldn't have to worry about carrying mace on her like that. And people ain't like that here because there's nowhere to run. You see what I mean? If you do any dumb shit in Bermuda, right? You're gonna have to swim or have a boat, and then if you can't go nowhere because the next place that a boat is gonna be is fucking the United States, and your boat ain't gonna reach there in no gas. So like people ain't gotta worry about that shit here. You can't really get away with shit. Everybody that has tried to get away with shit, it don't work. Hey Christy, what's up, sweetie? You good? Pam, you said I live outside the city limits, and the bus for me only comes Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, at least yeah, Wednesdays and things. So yeah, yeah, I'll use them for a boat anchor if they do anything to my mom. Hell yeah, I'll beat their ass. My mom's never. People don't really bother people like that here. You can't go nowhere. There's nowhere to run. So if you do a crime here in Bermuda, they're gonna know, and there's cameras everywhere now, so you can't get away with shit. You have to be like extremely lucky to get away with a crime here, which is highly unlikely. I mean, there is some unsolved murders here, but they know who it is, but people won't, they won't snitch. So then they get away with it. But it's usually gang related shit, you know? It's all gang related crap, which doesn't happen very often. But yeah. There's no women walking around Bermuda with mace in their purses and shit like that. Bermudian girls would be like, "Oh, beat your ass. I'm gonna call my brother right now. He's gonna beat your ass, or my dad's gonna beat your ass, or my boyfriend or somebody's gonna beat their ass." Because they'll be like they'll be bringing out their phones so quick, like, "Oh yeah, talk that shit right now. I got you on. I got you. I'm gonna put your ass viral." This is the biggest weapon that you need in the world. Anybody bothers you, all you gotta do is press record, and then your ass is on the phone, unless they run with it. But you can track your phone. So there's a lot of things that you can do, like, you know. Yeah, I do come up. Well, that's nice that they help you, Pam. That's nice that they help you, sweetheart. That's good. I'm glad they help you. Yeah, people here are very they help disabled people all the time. If somebody needs like help, they'll help them. People here are very nice, they're kind. Like I said, we don't really have like no serious crimes and shit here. Like ain't nobody really doing nothing to nobody like that. Like I said, if anything happens, it's gang related bullshit. And during the parade, during the our parade and our like May 24th weekend thing. There was this bunch of Dominican girls and Filipino girls fighting each other at the bar, claiming on who's more Bermudian. Like this is all it's just like regular shit. But we have so many tourists here that no like you don't really hear of tourists getting robbed and getting, beat up or anything. There's none of that shit really happening here because people are really like to themselves. Because like I said, you can't really get away with shit here. You can't. Like, all right, you're gonna go down. The camera's gonna see you, and everybody's gonna see you. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's him. I know him." So you can't run. There's nowhere to run but him, and then go jail. You just left work, Christy. Shit, 6:30 there. Drive safe home, please, and get home safe and relax. You're off this weekend. You're off on the weekend, so now you can chill. Hey, Virgo, what's up, sweet? You good? Yeah, please drive home safe. Yeah, New York is a lot worse. You gotta definitely walk around with mace and shit. Got these fucking crazy ass people here. But see, people can't do no dumbass shit. How many times have you guys heard me say you can't do some dumbass shit here? You get slapped. I'm being serious. You can't really do no dumbass shit here. Guys ain't bothering no women here like that. If I see some guy bothering a woman or something like that, I'll beat his ass. I'll be like, yo, leave that woman alone, bro. She'll be like, oh, thank you. I did it a few times. I'll be like, yo, stop bothering that girl, bro. Leave her alone. She's trying to get away from you, bro. Just leave her alone. I'll put you on viral camera. You want to go viral tonight, bro? People are very protective and very like people don't want no bullshit here. Everybody's like very, very mindful of people and don't want people to get hurt and shit like that. Our crime rate's probably the lowest out there. Bermuda's another world. That's why we have all these damn tourists here. There's like 2 cruise ships here right now full of people. Like each cruise ship is like 3,000 to 4,000 people, and they're all over the place. They're probably getting turned up right now, getting drunk and shit. What you laughing at, Virgo? You're good? Good to hear. Yep, I saw it on my way home. Like if I look when I drive home, I can look across the water and I can see the 2 cruise ships there. I know you're laughing at me. You always do. Starlight, you said your sister's flying to New York tomorrow for 3 days, then Vegas, then my stomach feel. Nah, you're good. You guys got to stop worrying about things. You got to be more positive. See, when somebody travels or somebody goes somewhere, look, when my sister goes away with her work colleagues and when my nephew goes back to college by himself, the first thing I do is pray the night before. I pray every night, make sure they're okay. And I'm not gonna like sit there and worry in a corner and be like, oh my God, I hope nothing happens to you. Man, fuck all that shit, man. You gotta be like, yeah, they're gonna be perfectly fine. I know they're gonna be okay. I'm gonna be all right. It ain't nothing. It's like common sense to just be positive, man. Just be positive when people travel or go somewhere or do something. The more you're positive, the more you ain't got nothing to worry. Because if you sit here and say you believe in spirit and you believe in God, then why are you worrying for? And I know what everybody's saying. Not everybody's like you, Mark. Not everybody thinks like you. I know, yeah, whatever. I talk to my damn self every day. I know. What happened? Can you pick up on anything, Mark? I have to activate my new card. Yeah, if you don't mind. What are you trying to ask me? I'm sorry, I didn't even see what you said. So you want to see if your sister's gonna be all right? Of course she is. You can't think that she's not. You can't. You can't think that way. She's gonna be fine. She'll be fine. I guarantee it. I could pull some cards for you if you want. That's because you worry too much. Don't worry. You're supposed to program your mind to never worry about things like that. Never. When I took my mom to the hospital today to get her tests, I'm never once thought that something wrong is gonna happen or something wrong is in her mind. Never. And guess what? If it is, then you just deal with it. You can't like sit there and worry yourself over shit that you can't control. You know, whatever someone else is doing is what they're doing. But you gotta be positive. You gotta stay like 100% positive and understand that that's gonna be okay. Don't worry about a thing, cause everything's gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Please don't worry, like Marky tells you, but you're gonna worry anyway, cause you're a bunch of worrisome women. She's your only sister. You don't talk. She hates you, but she's still your sister, and you pray for her. But you want to know if she's gonna be all right. Do you think that she would worry about you? My sister that I don't like, I never pray for her ass. Hell no. She wouldn't pray for me. So, see, you guys are different from me. I ain't praying for nobody that don't like me. Fuck that. That's God's problem to deal with, not mine. I ain't praying for no hating ass sister. No. I'm praying for people who love me and I love them. Hell yeah. Never everybody else I ain't praying for. I mean, I ain't praying for them. Fuck that shit. No. Well, Starlight, I got the Six of Swords, and that's the travel card to me. A trip, a journey, especially through water. Success after anxiety, just like having everything being okay. I think that she's gonna have anxiety while she travels, you know? She's gonna have anxiety, she's gonna doubt, she's gonna be very uncertain about her travels. I got the Seven of Wands and the Devil reversed. So it looks like she's gonna have anxiety for traveling by herself, and she's gonna be like indecisive and hesitant and somewhat else, and then she'll be all right. Once she reaches her first destination, she'll be fine. She'll get over it, and then she's gonna have a good trip because the Six of Swords is, you know, coming to calmer waters. So she got the travel card, which is great. If somebody asks me if they're traveling and her travels will be fine, I got the Six of Swords, that's a guarantee, yes. So Six of Swords, I would say, yeah, she'll be perfectly fine. I feel like she's probably gonna have anxiety. We all do when we travel. That's like that's a normal thing. Even I get my stomach turns before I go away. You know, I get motion sickness sometimes, or the jitterbugs when I go travel. But I'm good now. I really don't, because I just believe that Spirit's gonna make everything happen for me, and God's gonna make everything okay. So yeah, Six of Swords at the final card there. So I would say she's gonna be perfectly fine. Starlight, she'll be fine. Well, I mean, that's how you feel. I respect your feelings, and I respect what you believe. But you can pray for whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you know, some people don't deserve our energy and prayers. You just leave that to the people who take care of them, you know? And that's all that matters. Should be fine. She's gonna be good. Six of Swords, just like how all these psychics say, you know, going to calmer waters. But to me, it means like traveling and everything being successful after you get to where your destination is. So it's normal to have anxiety and all those things when you travel. But I don't see nothing bad happening to her. She'll be fine. Well, like I said, everybody has their own ways. But me, if I know somebody doesn't like me, I'm never going to pray for them. Hell no. Because my prayers are meant for good, not to pray for the bad. So if there's somebody bad in my life and I don't like them and they don't like me, I ain't praying for them. Hell no. No, no. Because they be having the devil in them. I ain't praying for no devilish ass energy. I ain't praying for no negative ass person. When I pray, I specifically pray for my family, and a couple people that I love, people that are on here, people I pray for here many times. I'll stick them in the prayers there. If I know they have a hard time or they need a prayer. But she'll be fine, Starlight. You guys do whatever you want. You know, if you want to pray for it, then go right ahead. I think that's nice of you to pray for her. If you want my opinion, it's nice of you to pray for her, even though, you know, what's going on. But to me, I wouldn't. It's good enough just to pray for yourself and the people you love the most. So it's not really our job to pray for people like that. It's our job to pray for the people who love us, because the people who love you deserve your prayer and your time and your energy. Well, hey, if that's what you want to do, then I respect you for that 100%, Starlight. I really do. I respect you for that. So, you know, my mom will like light a candle before she goes away, or if somebody goes away, she'll light a candle at church and ask for safe travel. But me, my mentality is always be positive about everything. And if I'm gonna stay positive about everything, which is very hard, but I just have like I don't know, I have like a button in my brain that says don't think negative. Always think positive. Always think everything is gonna be all right. Always. Yeah, and even if it doesn't turn out the way you prayed for or whatever, it's just probably not meant to be in that. You can't change someone's karma or someone's life. They're gonna do whatever they want. And I respect everybody's thoughts and opinions and what they want to do, even if I don't agree with it, but I'll still respect. I'll be like, yeah, okay, whatever, it's cool. Do what you gotta do. Like, you want to pray for that person? Go right ahead. In my mind, it's a waste of time because I wouldn't do it, me personally. But, you know, I'll be very honest. When I go upstairs every night, I pray over the Bible. And I got a picture of Jesus and Mary. I have the chain and the pendant that my auntie gave me when she died, and what I was given to me as a memory of her. It's got Jesus on it and stuff. And I go up there every night. I thank God for the day that I have. I actually pray for my mom. I still pray for my dad. I pray for my animals that are gone and I tell my both my dogs that I love the most. I tell them in spirit to guard our homes while we're sleeping. And this is a true, I'm telling you exactly how I pray every day. I say my dog's names, and I said I want you guys to take care of our homes and be our guard dogs in spirit. Make sure nobody breaks into our homes and robs us and keep us safe from anything. That's your job, you know. I pray for my mom. I still pray for my dad, even though he's gone. I pray for my sister next door, which is my best friend, and I pray for all six of my nephews. I have another brother and a sister. I don't really pray for them because they don't really like me like that, and I don't like them like that either. And I don't care I don't care to pray for them because I know they won't ever pray for me. So why should I pray for you? But I'm gonna pray for the kids. I'm gonna pray for all six of my nephews, guaranteed, and my mom and my sister and myself and my dad, and pray that my dad has spiritual power to help all of us in spirit now that he's there. And that's it. And then if somebody has an issue in here, I'll, like when Dan had his issue with his when him and his wife have their medical issues, I'll pray for Dan and his wife, and Dan will come in here and say everything's okay, and everybody, and he says thanks for the prayers, guys. And I really believe that our prayers help. I pray for Tanya every now and then when she has some bad shit happen. I pray for anybody in here. It don't make no difference to me. I'll pray for anybody. When you guys get sick, I'll pray that you get better. And I feel like my prayer is powerful enough to help you. And that's all I do. That's what I do every single night of my life. That's it. I pray every fucking day, guaranteed. And I don't go to church. I don't sage and fucking put it around my ears or some bullshit. I don't have crystals up my ass. I use holy water, which I have right here. I have holy water right here. I bless myself every day. I'm good. I don't do extra bullshit. I just pray. And see, Kitty, she prays that Marx leaves all Lehos alone. How you doing, Kitty? You good? You got your power back? Pammy, you said, Mark, I actually have a list of people I pray for every night. I ask the universe to bless and see the miracles for those people too. Some of them I met in these chats. Yeah, see, you do the same thing I do, Pammy. And that's a great thing. God bless you for praying for everybody. I appreciate that. It's all good, Starlight. You do it if you feel that way, then God bless you for feeling that way. If you feel like you need to pray for your sister, then go for it. It's just the person you are. But see, I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna pray for a person that don't like me. That doesn't even make sense, to me. But to you, if it makes sense and it gives you a sense of like, that you have to do it or you need to do it to feel good about yourself, then hey, go right ahead. I'm never going to look at you different, and I don't look at anybody different on how they do things. I'll just mention it, but I don't want nobody to ever feel like because I said that you have to do it. Fuck that. You do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Like, it don't bother me. As long as me and everybody's cool, then I'm good. Like, you want to do that? Great. But me personally, I'm an Aquarius. So if you know Aquarius is, we ain't gonna pray for no motherfucking person we don't like. Christ be like, fuck you, and I ain't praying for you either. I don't give a shit. Listen, I don't want to sound fucked up, but my mother will call me sometimes and be like, "Oh, your brother-in-law's sick, or he went to the hospital, and oh, your sister's sick or whatever, and blah blah blah." And I'll be like, "Okay, thanks for telling me, but I don't really fucking care. They're all fucked up because they get karma and they don't want to live their life properly." That's what I was saying. My mom says I'm bad for saying that. And I was like, and you think if it was the other way around, they're not gonna say the same thing? You think they're gonna pick up a phone and be like, "Hi, Mark, are you okay?" Hell no, they're gonna be like, "Fuck him." So do unto others as others do unto you. That's my whole thing. You want to be fucked up, then why the hell am I gonna, be sorry for you? You disrespecting me. You want me to feel sorry for you? Hell no. I ain't got no time for that shit. Because I realized that when I did do that, it made no sense. And I never, when people have to deal with their karma, I'm not gonna pray for their karma to be unhinged or undone. You know what I mean? Not undone. So fuck you. That's how I feel. You know. So God bless you for doing that, Starlight. And I'm not against what you're doing. You're a good person, and I know that you mean well by doing it, even though you know that in your heart you feel like she needs your prayer because of the type of person she is. And that's great that you believe that and you do that, because your power of prayer can actually help her ass, you know? So I totally agree with what you're saying, but my mentality is different. I'm like, hell no. Because I know you guys would pray for me if something happened. And like I said the other night, when my dad died, you guys were here before. You guys were here for me more than people in real life. So that's why I pray for a lot of you on here. When you guys have issues. So that's how I look at it, to be honest. Look at me the way you want. I don't really care. Like, I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. That's all. And Kitty prays for me to leave the Lee Hoods alone. Your prayers are answered. I left the Lee Hoods alone. I left all Hoods alone. I just say hi and bye to them. I want no Hoods in my life. So your prayers are answered. Fiona, you believe karma is real? Believe it is, because karma is definitely real. Karma is definitely real. Yeah. Even going to church, people think by going to church their lives are gonna get better. Not necessarily, you know. Hell no. I don't go to church no more. My church is right here. I can pray to God every day. I can pray to Spirit every day. I thank God every single day. When I drive across a church in Bermuda, I'll go like this. And I say, "Thank you, God, for everything you did for me. I appreciate you." I say it every time. My nephews start laughing at me. I even have them doing it now. I did it the other day in front of my mom, and she goes, "You should go to church." I said, "I don't have to. I can drive across and just say thank you." She goes, "No, no, no, it's not the same. You should go to church with me every Sunday." I said, "No, no. Uh-uh. My church is right here. I ain't gonna go hurt the church to go see no damn hypocrites and hoes everywhere begging for God's forgiveness. No, no, no. I'm good." Yeah, I know. And that's why I have them in spirit. That's why I don't really worry too much, about a lot of things because I always explain something in here and everybody can probably relate to it because I've heard a lot of people in here tell me stories and say things in here. But when people start to die in your life that are very significant to you, right? I'll get to this point first. The people that die and you know them personally, when they die, they become your spiritual person. They become a part of your spiritual army. So all of them are there waiting to help you. You just got to talk to them. You just got to do it. You got to believe in them because a lot of people think, oh, well, they're dead. I'm not going to be talking out loud to somebody that's not there because spirit doesn't have a voice. They have you can't hear them like you hear my voice now. That doesn't happen. You hear them in your mind and in your soul and everything else, right? You get signs, you see things, they move things, they touch things, they make things happen right in front of you. You know, they can actually touch you and things like that. But a lot of people don't really believe that shit. See, they don't believe that that's real. But when you actually believe so much that you have a whole bunch of dead people around you helping you, then your life gets so much easier. And I don't know how much more I can explain it. But if you don't believe it, then that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you to do it, but I know it's definitely happening every day. And the more people that die before you that you love and you care about, that's more power you have. You start to evolve more and more and more and more spiritually because more and more and more of them are around you, especially if they're very significant to you. So instead of mourning and crying and oh, they're not here anymore, this and that, yeah, you can talk about it. You can mourn every now and then, whatever, do whatever you want. Whatever heals you is good. Whatever you want to do. But you have to understand that they're there for the rest of your life until you meet them in that world again. You met in this world, and one day you're going to meet again in that world. But when you have the best of both worlds, remember that saying that people say, I have the best of both worlds? That's exactly what they mean. And every person in this room that's hearing me right now, we have the best of both worlds because there's people that saw you and loved you and cared about you before they died. And now those people are taking care of you. Only if you believe that. So if you believe that, you receive that, and then you'll see your life change. You won't even have half the worries and half the problems that you have. Unless you create them yourself. And you don't really have to see nobody or remember somebody. Because both my grandfathers, one of my grandfathers died before I was born, and one of my grandfathers died when I was 9 months. So I didn't know them, but one of my grandfathers saw me. I was the last grandson he saw, right? So I know he's there all these years. And my grandfather that died before me, he was the person who died 5 months before I was born. So he sees me right now. He takes care of me right now. And he's the grandfather that I went to go put the plaque on his grave because no one else did. So just doing that, even though I never met him in my life because he died before I was born. And I was the one, and people knew him. Some of my siblings and everybody knew him before me, but didn't go put a plaque on his grave. So when I did it, I felt like that was my way of saying thanks. Because if it wasn't for you getting on that plane and coming to Bermuda by yourself and starting the journey for our family, I would not be here enjoying my life I have now. So the least I can do for a spirit, for someone I never met, but I know that's with me in spirit, is to put that plaque on his grave with his name and his birthday on it. So just little things like that is your offering to them to show that you give a fuck about him. You got me? So when I did that, bang, he appeared to me at the gravesite and told me, "Thank you for doing it." And I don't know him, but I saw his picture. I saw like his what he looks like, because I know what he looks like through a picture. And he appeared to me the same way he appears in that picture, right? And that's it. And that's all I needed. That's all the confirmation I needed, just so I can have him on my team 100%, knowing that, hey, I need you too, bro. And I'm grateful for what you did for me, to bring my family, bring my dad here, bring my uncle here, my grandmother here, and start, live the rest of your life here before you die. See? So, that's my story about spirit and things like that. And people just don't get it. Some people just always worry too much. You can't keep worrying all day, every day. It's not healthy to worry. Because if you're going to sit here and tell me that you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you believe in spirit, you believe in this, but yet you're not. You're counteracting your belief by worrying. You're counteracting your belief by being negative. You're counteracting your belief. So you're contradicting yourself every time you open your mouth when you worry about shit. It's a process you have to learn through life to be positive. And I know it's not easy. And I know I might make it sound easy. And there's some days we're going to get fed up. We're going to get mad. But then you can calm back down again and say, you know what? I got to catch myself. I can't give this shit my energy. I got to listen to my intuition and my positivity and get back on track. But if you don't do that shit, then you're just going to be lost in the matrix. I've been trying to teach my mother that for years, but she just don't get it. And I tell her every day, Mom, Dad's here with you. Okay, you just have to believe it, so that way you feel better when you're here. You're not alone in the house. Dad's here. He's sitting in the chair watching TV with you. I know you can't hear him. I know you can't see him. I know you can't feel him, but he's here. But you can talk to him. Don't think that you're fucking crazy. But she's just like, no, I don't believe that. And I'm like, oh well. And it's like talking to the fucking wall. But yet you believe God and you believe Jesus, and they're a spirit, just like your husband now. So I don't really understand what more I can explain to people. So yeah. All I know is I believe, and that's why I receive. So everybody can do whatever they want. I'm okay with it. But that's what I do. And I don't know how much more I can say without people understanding it. So it's all good. Yeah, we are in the matrix. Yeah. A lot of us are. Some of us are stuck in there. That's why I say it. Yeah, exactly. Starlight. Yeah. Your dad's gonna be with you all the time. At the end of the day, you're still his daughter, and he's still your dad. It's just a spiritual connection, and that's why you should never worry about anything. Your dad's taking care of your sister. He's making sure she has a good flight. That's how you gotta look at it. You can pray all you want, but Spirit's gonna take care of her and make sure she's okay. But you have to believe it, and if you don't believe it, then there's nothing more I can tell you. See, belief is everything. Belief is everything. Hey, what do I know? I know. A lot of people say, Mark, you make things sound easy. And I'm like, well, it's easy for me now, but it wasn't. It wasn't easy for me in the past. But I'm very, you know, I'm very, I'm very much into my belief of what I need to believe in. Hey, Monique, how you doing? Yeah, I agree. I agree, Starlight. But it's up to us to believe and receive. It really is. That's the key. The key to life is believing that, you know, you can do anything you can and anything you want. And if you have a negative outlook on it, then you're never going to know how positive it can be. If you go into things with a positive attitude, then positive things will happen. That's all. I think that I'm a great example of that, but some people still see the example. They see the situation, and they're like, okay, yeah, Marky can do it because he's this and that. No, you can do it too. That's why I share my experiences because I want everybody to be the same way. You know, you think I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, there's a secret? You know, call me later. I'll tell you. No, there is no secret. It's believe and you shall receive. It's that simple. There's nothing else that I can say. It's up to you to believe and receive after that. Monique, thanks for the super chat. Well, you got to ask yourself, the state has charges on him, so do you think he's going to jail? 'Cause if he goes to jail, then you have full custody anyway, because he's in jail. That's the first question you have to ask yourself. Oh, that's your answer. If he's out on bail, that means he went to jail. That right there pretty much guarantees you custody of the kids if you go for it. Can you hear me now, Monique? Are you here live? Okay, cool. All right. No, that's fine. I just want to make sure you're here so I don't repeat myself and you don't have to go back. Okay. So the energy is a broken sequence between both of you. You might have to wait for a while for these things to all clear away. But the good news is that if you want custody of the kids, you'll get it. You got the justice card here, 6 of Wands. So that tells, and you're upright here. So that tells me that you'll get whatever you want out of the situation and the energy from it. Now it shows him here reverse. He's very sad. He's in trouble. Um, he's going to be restrained for a while. It looks like he's lost all his faith and he's not going to get any rewards from anything he's doing right now. It doesn't look good for him. He's going to have bad luck and a lot of, things that he's contemplating. Apparently, people on the outside looking in are going to look at him different and things are going to be different for him from now on. But the energy is you with the win-win, which is pretty much what I said before I dealt with the cards, because it's kind of like going to be that way if he's in that situation. So it makes the situation better for you. So with the justice card here, that means that, it's going to be fair. Things are going to be reasonable. They know that you have good intentions and they know that everything's going to be okay. And the 6 of Wands is like a victory, you getting what you want. The court will recognize that you're the one that's going to be dealing with everything while he is having charges and all the other bullshit that he's dealing with. So the energy looks good for you, not for him. And it looks like everything will be fine in your end. Pretty much. I would say that's karma for whatever he's been doing. And it'd be good for the kids to be away from him and be with you. So I think that's a win-win situation to me. So I would say that you're going to get what you want. Justice is in your favor. I like when the cards come out like that. Probably psychic on Fridays, I guess. I don't know. Well, that's good. The state is helping you, giving you a lawyer. So that's probably why I got the justice card, because that's like the lawyer. That's like a lawyer in your favor. And the 6 of Wands is like a victory. So looks like it's all good. Looks like you're gonna be all right. All's good, which is great. I'm totally for people who want custody of their kids so they don't have to deal with the shit parent. Happened to both of my siblings already. And then when the kids get older, they realize it more and more and they make a choice not to deal with them anymore. It's a fucked up situation, but because I've never been in that situation, I always have my parents anyway, so I'm actually glad I never had to deal with that with my parents. And I feel for people who do deal with it, but most of it's self-inflicted and most of it's like, so, shit happens. Life goes on, mistakes are made, but things can be fixed and things can be dealt with. Well, that's good. You're gonna get rid of them now, and you ain't gotta deal with them. Best thing that ever happened in this house is that asshole leaving here 3 years ago. So I celebrate the day like an anniversary that he left. Same thing with my brother's ex-wife. She left him for another man. She gets slapped up and beat up and abused. She's broke ass hoe. And the kids, she tried to be cool with the kids again recently. And the kids are like, nah, no, fuck you and go away. You made your path. You disrespected us. Goodbye. And I'm proud of those kids. I'm proud of how they came out. And when you get to a certain age, you realize that you don't really need, you know, a shitty parent in your life or parents in your life. And once you reach a certain age, you can be without them anyway. Oh, there you go. You know, that's life. I've seen so many people deal with bullshit, man. That's why I'm very grateful that I never had to deal with that. I never had to deal with cheating parents and fucked up people, you know. I thank God every day that my parents were always together, right up until my dad died. So I'm grateful for that. And sometimes, you know, when people's parents or people actually get a divorce and all that, you know, like I always tell people, don't feel that bad when you have a divorce or things don't work out or you get cheated on and all that shit. Try not to like be so hard on yourself because at the end of the day, it happens to the best of us. And like I said, you know, people can you can be cool with somebody for a very long time. You know, your family could be together for a very long time, and you know, and then just break up and everything go to shit. You know, so it's not like it's a you know it's a task out there. You know, now my mom um my mom's the type of person that my mom's the type of person she doesn't get jealous or anything like that. She my dad is not the type of person to be going around looking at women or doing dumbass shit. You know, one thing I don't know. It's kind of I mean, my parents aren't perfect like nobody else, but my parents, I never had like that. You know that I never saw any arguments about like my mom telling my dad, "Oh, you looked at that woman, or you why you flirting with that woman." My parents don't do that shit. They're old school. Like a lot of old school people don't do that shit. If you're like, if you know 80-year-old people, they don't do dumbass shit like that. A lot of 80-year-old people are still together because that generation, they didn't do stupid ass shit like that. And if they did, it's because they saw people do that shit. You see? Because my grandmother and grandfather were together for years until one of them died. You know, obviously you're still together even though you know you're dying and shit. But the thing is like a lot of people that are older, they're together still because the respect is there, the trust is there. You know, they didn't have internet and phones to be looking at hoes all goddamn day. And that's the biggest problem in the world is since the internet was created and there is ways to cheat and easier ways to cheat and easier ways to manipulate somebody, that's the real thing. But you know, the internet is not to be at fault and your phone's not at fault. It's you're at fault because the temptation is right there. The devil's got so much power over everybody through the internet and through phones that people provoke people to do dumbass shit. It's easier to cheat. It's easier to get away with shit now. Where back then, how you supposed to call somebody and holler at another hoe? You know, the only way that's gonna work is if you're doing something at work. You know what I mean? And my mom was home all day. She was a housewife. She had 4 kids. So where's she gonna go? You know? And my dad was working all day with a bunch of guys. He didn't work with no women. You know what I mean? So like it's just life. Everything's different. But me personally, I would never cheat on anybody ever. I wouldn't even think of it. If I'm with a woman, I'm not going to be looking at other women and desiring them because I love the person that I'm with. But my mentality is different from most people because I have respect for people. I have respect for my woman if I'm with one. I'm not gonna like no any woman that's dating me they can vouch for that. That's why they're not with me because most people want idiots. No offense to anybody, but it's the truth. And that's just the way it is. People pick stupid ass people and find themselves in fucked up situations. You know what I'm saying? I saw my dad treat my mom with total respect. I saw my mom treat my dad with respect. So you are who you hang around. I never saw my dad raise a hand or tell my mom you're a hoe or fuck you bitch. I never ever saw that shit in my house. Never. And I thank God every day and I thank my parents every day for that. I never saw my parents go out and told me I'm gonna go sleep at my sister's house. I'm going to, fuck you, I'm out of here, and all that. Never, never, ever, ever did I see that. And my older brother and sister said the same thing. We never saw mom and dad fight. Never. So to me, there's not one woman in this world that would tell you that I disrespected them in a relationship. Never. Because I don't do that shit. To me, that's pointless. Now, I'll disrespect a woman if you're disrespecting me, which people have seen me do. I'll disrespect whoever. But if you're doing it to me, then I have every right to do it to you. I don't care if you're a woman or not. Because if you're going to disrespect me, then I'm going to disrespect you. Fuck you. You want to come in here and talk shit to me or you want to treat me like shit in real life, I'm gonna fuck you off and then get rid of you. You can go fuck yourself. Straight up. So that's just it. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna like do anything to harm you. I'm gonna walk away. Now if you hit me, I feel sorry for you because I'm gonna grab you. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm gonna grab you so you don't hit me again. And I might duct tape your ass and then call somebody to come get you. Cause you ain't gonna fucking hit me repeatedly and do some bad shit to me. I'll duct tape your ass. And I'll call your mom. Come pick up your crazy bitch ass daughter before I fucking do something, dude. But thank God that's never happened. Hey Gala, I'm glad you think it's fair. Oh yeah. Oh, she's a perfect example. Fiona, you know? Like I said, you never really I say it all the time, you never really know people until you see them in real life. And then when you start to get to know them, right? Even in real life or online, it doesn't matter. I trust more people online right now than I trust in real life. And that's fucking sad, you know, because like people online, they're fed up just as much as people in real life, and people you meet on here are like, you can trust them probably more than a person here because people sometimes knowing somebody, right, over a long period of time, you probably still don't even know that person like that because you can tell. Everybody has to be very smart when you deal with a person. If you feel in your mind and in your heart that you're talking to a decent person and the person opens up to you like a book and shares, everything in a truthful way, and you have no red flags. Those are the type of people you want to be around. That's why a lot of people trust me, because I don't have nothing to hide. you know, I'm not like a fucked up person, because I came from a family that doesn't do that. Even my brothers and sisters, they like, no one has ever told me, oh, your brother's an evil bastard, or your sister's a fucking hoe, or you people, your family's trash. No one's ever said that to me ever, because my family ain't like that. We don't do dumbass shit. We respect people, and we want what's right. You know, we're not gonna go around lying all fucking day about our lives and shit. You fucking crazy? Hell no. Like, people just don't know how to be real. It's too much to be real these days. It's too much to be a real, genuine person. People don't know how to do that. People want dumbass fucking people in their life. They really do. And that's why everybody's stuck with fucking morons all day, because they don't know how to be around decent people. After talking to somebody for a certain amount of time, you know that you're talking to somebody that's decent. You just know. You just know who's decent and who's not. You can tell. When you get a red flag, you're like, yeah, fuck this shit. I know this person's like lying, or I know this person's like doing this shit on purpose. I know I can't trust this motherfucker. Come on now. You know? Everybody in here is pretty much the same age bracket, right? And you know people, energy. If you're in this whole psychic stuff, you know how to read people's energy. You know if somebody's decent or not. You just fucking know. Like, so if you know, then that's good that you know that person's decent. So hold on to that good person. But if you know somebody's not good for you, then don't fucking deal with them. What's so hard about disconnecting from somebody? You shouldn't be like so nice to people and give them a chance, or see how many times they can fuck you over. That's not the way to live your life, because you're blocking your whole mindset of what a real person is. Yeah, and then when you find a real person, you might be still confused, and you might be like, well, I know they're decent, like they haven't given me any red flags, so now what? Let me try and find a red flag. No, dumbass, just let your fucking life live. Like, let whatever happens with that person happen. And then when the day comes in, if the day comes where there's a red flag and you have to get rid of that person, then so be it. It's not going to be perfect, people. Life is never going to be perfect. Like I said, there's some people that come in this room that I've known for 10 years, and I've never had a problem with them. There's some people I've known for 2 months that I don't have a problem with, and I know I'm going to be cool with them for a long time, because they're genuinely a decent person. I can tell. I can tell a piece of shit from a mile away. So if I speak to you, then I know you're a decent person. If I talk to you outside of here, then I know you're a decent person. I'm not going to just talk to anybody. If I know you're a piece of shit, I'm not going to be talking to you. If I have a feeling that you're up to no good, I'm not going to talk to you. But if I do, then that means I really like you and you're cool. And I wouldn't mind talking to you. Fine. And everybody should be that way. You got to keep your circle small and keep everybody, like, on a limit of what you want from that person. And that's it. But if you like somebody, somebody, like, and you're genuinely cool with that person, then that's cool. Like, just be cool with the person, man. Just, it's so hard to find decent people. So when you do find one, don't fuck it up. Because I bet you that decent person won't fuck it up with you. You'll probably fuck it up with them, because you're too worried about what this person is when you don't go with your first, thoughts. I agree, Gala. I have people like that in my life. We all do. Yeah. Starlight said my sister is a hoe. Honestly, I'm so glad that I don't have hoe ass sisters. I really do, because that would break my heart. To be honest, I would never want my friends to be like, "Yeah, I fucked your sister. She's a hoe." I'm so glad that never happened in my life. And I've never heard anybody call my sisters a hoe. You know, my sister got married. Both of them got married, and that was it. And they didn't really have multiple boyfriends and shit. But one's divorced and one's married. And that's why, like, a lot of people in here, we're all cool with each other. Some of us have discrepancies with each other, but you still come in here for me, which is great. You know, not everybody knows each other, but we can have civilized conversations and talk to each other, which is great. So it's all good. Yeah. If we're here, well, that's why I always try to bring everybody together. But if it doesn't work, I don't blame myself, or I would still do it again. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trying to bring people together because that's how I am. I like to bring people together. I like to support. I would like all of us to support each other and you know crack jokes with each other, and then by me introducing you to somebody, or you introducing me to somebody, or me knowing you through somebody that I know and you know, and we know have mutual friends, you can become friends, or you can finally meet the person that you're meant to be around as a friend or more, or like or partner, or like work. You can work together, you can end up working together, you can end up like being a client, you can end up being a person like a mentor. There's so many things that I have been to many people in here, and people have been to me you know so when you meet people and you click, it's for a reason. And like I said, there's some people in here that I've known for a fucking long time. Like, I've known Virgo in here for before I had my channel. I knew her, and we've spoken many times, and you know we've never had an issue, and we just talk shit and have fun, and we have mutual friends on here. We support each other, and that's all that matters. you know she's just one of many people I know on here for years. And I know a lot of people in here have known each other for a long time. Yeah. And even if you don't know each other for a long time, it seems like you have, because spirit brings us together to make sure that we have some people come in your life for a reason, see? But if you don't take advantage of the reason, then you're never gonna know, because you're scared to find out. Or you're like, or you think that, oh yeah, this is not right, or whatever. See, people think that because you meet somebody, it's for like a special reason, or a special like hour or 2 hours, or like a week or a year. You know what I'm saying? People just don't get like that. Everybody's meant to be with you at certain times. Like Starlight said up here, you know, it brings every people get rang together, and then you get rid of a person that is not meant to be in your energy, which has happened a lot. And a lot of people that know me for these years I've been on here, people come and go. You have the decent fucking people, And then you have the shit people that bring the shit energy. And then sometimes people come, like you get introduced to people, and then somebody has to take care of the trash if the trash don't take out itself. You get my drift? So sometimes multiple people's problem ends up getting solved by someone you don't even know that long, because that person has the power to get those people out of your life, so that way you cannot have those negative people and you have the positive people left. So it's all a cycle that we go through to cipher out the negative so we can have the positive. And honest to God, that happens a lot with me, you know? But I always have a mutual agreement between people that have, problems with each other, as long as you don't have a problem with me and make your problem mine. Now, if you make your problem mine, then I'm going to get rid of one of you, or you might both go out the window, because I don't need nobody else's fucking problems in my life. But if you're not bringing your problems in, if you're not putting shit on my table, then we're good. Whatever you have with someone is not my fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? And everybody should be that way. But a lot of people can't. See, they want drama, they want negativity. And that's why I keep telling people, when you know somebody is drama, when you know somebody, you feel shitty around them, or you have that feeling, stick with it. Because if you ignore it, then it gives them the pathway to destroy you, get into you, fuck your energy up, or fuck your friendships up with other people. You know? And it's happened to me millions of times. But I'm still here. And I'm sure it's happened to many people in here. But you have to fucking understand that people are gonna be in your life for good, for bad, for envy, for jealousy, for negativity, and for positivity, and for many other things. It can go on and on. And my friend that passed away, Sue, she used to come in here every fucking day, and a lot of people knew her. You guys don't know her, but a lot of people do know her. She was one of my best friends on here. And she said to me many times during conversations like this, she said, Mark, people are supposed to be in your life for a reason or a season. And when she said that, I was like, you know what, you're right. But I want to know why it always has to be, not always, but why does it have to be like a bad reason? Because I'm not attracting negativity. And she was like, no, the reason why negative comes because they want to destroy your happiness. And then people like don't understand, well, why would they do that? I haven't done anything. Because people really want to not see you happy, because they're not happy. It's just the way people are. Everybody's different. Everybody's mind is so fucking crazy. Like, there's people out there that actually want to do bad shit to you. And there's actually people that want to be really genuine. And there's people that actually give a fuck about you. And like earlier when I said, I ain't praying for no fucking idiots. I'm praying for people that love fucking me. And people that care about me and support me and talk to me and are my friends. You got me? So like people have this thing where they actually think, people actually fight me on this argument and say that, oh no, I don't think people really want to, are jealous of you. And then, of course they are. Everybody's jealous of everybody. But there's a lot of people who are jealous. There might be, every person in this room might not be jealous right now of anybody. But I bet you there's someone jealous of you, right? And everybody can name at least one person in their life right now that they know is jealous of them. Whether it's family, friends, siblings, co-workers, bosses, other, anybody can be jealous of you, right? But if you allow that to bother you every single day and every minute, then you're not going to go nowhere in your life. You're going to always think about those negative fucking things. You got me? The negative things are always gonna be here. You're not gonna think of positive shit every day because your mind is programming you, right? To think about the negative shit and to worry about it. But if you live completely positive and try your hardest to do that, your life is gonna be a lot better because you're gonna go around with that no care. I don't give a fuck if you're jealous, if you're angry, if you're negative, if you're a hoe, if you don't like me. You're gonna be so positive that all the negative things you're just gonna be like, oh fucking period. I don't give a fuck. But there's gonna be days where the devil's gonna try and tempt you so much that you have to explode and you have to show your powerful energy and really make somebody know, hey, you fucked around, now you're gonna find out. And then you move on. You disconnect from that fucking shit and you go right back to positive again. But if you keep dwelling on it and dwelling on it and dwelling on it, then you're just not gonna go nowhere. All right, let me catch up with this chat. I'm sorry. I keep going on rants. My bad. I gotta catch up. You guys been talking in here and I ain't really been paying attention. Well, I say that all the time, Starlight. You don't lose people, people lose you. Yeah, Christy, you have to listen to your intuition. Yes, for sure. Dan, you still hanging with the wood pile and a coffee. That's good, bro. Relax. That's good. Monique says she's jealous that she can't sing. That's all right. I can't sing either. I agree, Gal. Yeah. Most people are insecure. Yeah. Starlight, jealousy is a disease. Not only it's a waste of energy, and I don't get it either, but it's a disease. I'm convinced. Well, Tanya, that's why you don't tell people your plans. Because remember, you plan, God laughs. Yeah. Honestly, I don't like telling people nothing sometimes because it gets me in trouble. Sometimes I don't even like saying certain things to people, like, because I feel like I probably said too much, you know. Like I feel bad sometimes when I say certain things to people. I'm like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have said. I shouldn't have really like, because then I feel bad like when the person says something back, and I'm like, oh fuck, maybe I shouldn't have said that shit. You know, maybe I should just leave this shit alone. Because somebody said up here, words are very powerful. I can't remember who said it, but that, let me tell you, that's a very true statement. Words are very powerful. That's why I gotta watch myself sometimes. All right, Virgo, take care, sweetie. Have a good weekend. Yeah, it's good to delete your life sometimes, you know, because you're doing it for a reason because you don't want people to know your business, right? Which is great, you know. Yeah. I'll do that, Dan. I'll tell you. I always do though, you know. If I'm not this way, then it's not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know, some people I don't really care what people think about me anyway, but I do care when I say certain things because like I gotta catch myself sometimes because I feel like certain people take me like too literally or too. I think because I'm too honest sometimes, like, and like it makes me think like maybe I should just shut up. But I'm not being like a dickhead or being like bad. It's just that sometimes the truth or like your words can like make people overthink, you know? And I'm like, fuck, why are they gonna say that for? Now this person's gonna irritate me. Or now like, I have to deal with this shit. But we all do it, like, because we want to be honest and we want to like, help or we want to, do certain things. But I don't believe in telling people too much of your plans. Because sometimes when you plan things, it people can ruin it. And sometimes people are like, well, how? You'd be surprised. That's why sometimes it's not good to say too much about your life. Now, if you say it to somebody and nothing's happened, see, there's a difference, and I'll explain what I mean. I can tell, I can tell certain people in this room outside of here things, and nothing will happen, nothing will go wrong because we're not hating on each other, and we're not like we're not looking for each other's downfall. So when I speak to people outside of here or even on here right now, you're not looking at me with a bad intention because we're good and we're not doing it to each other. But there can be somebody in the background like saying, "Yeah, fuck this bastard," I fucking hate him. I still hate him, and I hope that something happened to him and he never comes on here and motivates people and talks to people ever again or makes friends. Fuck him, you know. So, and then there's people in here like, thank God Mark's here. I need him right now because I want to talk to him, or if it's outside of here or whatever, right? Because everybody knows how I am. I'm always willing to help everybody. But there's actually people who don't want me to help anybody or people that, don't want you specifically to heal or get better so they can be miserable just like you. Or they want you to be miserable like them, is what I mean. They want you to be miserable like them. Well, you know what, Tanya? I always tell you all the time, and you tell me that, Marky, I should have listened to you. But you know what, Tanya? It's fucked up when you don't have people to tell about things sometimes because everybody gets excited and they want to tell somebody about their day or they want to tell somebody about their great thing that happened to them, right? But sometimes you tell the wrong person because that they're not even happy for you. They don't care. It's so fucking annoying because you think you're gonna get a decent response from that person, but you're not. You know, if somebody comes in here and be like, "Oh, I did this today, Mark, and finally got that," I'll be like, "Oh, fuck, congratulations! Like that's fucking awesome! Like I'm glad, I'm happy for you." I'm not gonna sit back and be like, "Oh, I fucking hope not." I hope this person gets some bad luck. Fuck them. But somebody will. But people just say stupid ass shit. Like Tanya was saying earlier. She was she's on her vacation and then one of her friends said, what, you ain't bored? You know? Why would you say some dumbass shit like that? Or why would your aunt my mom has a bad habit of doing that, and my dad. I would say, I'm gonna do this. Oh, why the hell are you gonna do that? Oh, why are you doing this? Or why are you doing that? It's always negative. And then when I tell them their negative, comment is negative, they're like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. So then why would you say it? You know? You could say it in a different way. You'd be like, oh, I didn't know you was gonna do that, but if you do that, make sure, you check everything out or whatever. I wouldn't be negative, but I'll be like, helping you, making sure that it doesn't be negative. I won't say, why are you doing that? Find holes in your plans, exactly. Or they wish your plans not to happen. And I tell some people on here to not mention what I talk to them about, out of here. Because some people could be watching in the back, praying for the downfall, because that's happened many a times too. And sometimes, people get jelly and get in their feelings. Some people can't handle the attention, or they can't handle, like, someone being closer to somebody else, or it's just fucking dumbass shit. And we're dealing with adults, and it's sad. But that's just the way it is. Some things are best unsaid. You know what? My friend Sue that passed away, she used to message me on Instagram during my lives and be like, "Oh, you see this person here? I can't stand this fucking bitch. She's so annoying. Mark, you need to get rid of this bitch. Her energy is so toxic." And I'll just start laughing, right? And she'll be like my pit bull in the background. She would like, "Oh, you see this person? Oh, I like her. She's so cool. She's such a sweetheart." And then in the back, then if somebody else she don't like, she would like, "Mark, this dumbass bitch. Look at this fucking dumb hoe. I can't stand this bitch. And she's a fucking hoe." And hey, oh, you hear my friend? Everybody would like, "Oh, what's going on?" I said, "Oh, it's some notifications. And I'll be like laughing in the background. I'll be texting her sometimes. I'll be like, "Stop it, man! You're making me laugh." They're gonna know you've been texting me talking shit, you know. But it was funny. She was fucking hilarious. She would always do that shit. She's a Virgo. I miss her. I miss her so much. She used to like always talk shit to me on the side, like, and we used to be like really, we're really good friends. I love her to death. She will always have my back in here. Like she always like she can feel energy. Like she was like, you know, she can feel like who is right and who is wrong. She always had my back. She was like a my she was somebody who always didn't want nobody to like disrespect me or anything like that. She was like, "Yeah, see this damn woman? She's too friendly. She's too this or she's too that." She be protecting my ass. Yeah, she's cool as fuck, man. I miss her to death. She was so she was funny, and she was always in here. Everybody, when she passed away, it all changed in here. A lot changed. A lot of people didn't come back in here no more. It was too hard to be in here without her. But it's life. She's in a better place now. I see her every now and then. Talk to her every now and then. I'll show you a picture of her. I have her on my Instagram. On the anniversary of her death and her birthday, I put her picture up on my Insta. I knew her like before I. She was one of the first people I met on here on YouTube. That's her right there. She was funny as fuck. She when she was dying from cancer, when she was dying from cancer, she told me that the only thing that kept her alive was everybody in the chat. And she begged me not to tell anybody, and I didn't. When she passed away, a lot of people were mad at me because I never told them that she was sick. But that was my my secret to keep. I'm not gonna tell somebody has cancer if they tell me not to tell them, because she just didn't want nobody to know in the chat, you know. So I told her, your secret's safe with me. I ain't gonna tell nobody until you pass away if you do. So yeah, she uh she was a big part of my channel. She did a lot for me, and she bought me a lot of shit because I wouldn't take her money for readings all the time. So she bought me shit and sent it to me. She was a pain in my ass, but you know, I knew her mother, her sister. She had multiple sisters, and I read for her mother, her whole family. She sent people to me and stuff. You know, she was a big part of my channel and my life. This year will be 4 years she's been gone already. I can't believe it. It's fucking time's flying, man. But yeah, she was the best, man. She was funny as shit. And you know, she said before she died, she called me one day. Hey, Mystical, how you doing? She called me one day and she was in the hospital, and you can hear the meter in the background going bleep 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 bleep. And she was like, Mark, I'm gonna die. And I'm like, no, you're not. Please don't say that. Like, don't, you're not gonna die. She goes, look, I have to call you because I feel like I'm gonna go. And I was like, you can't go yet. You gotta be strong. Just keep going, like, you know. And that was like one of the worst days ever. Like, I can just hear the machine in the background, and she didn't want to show me like what she looked like because she was embarrassed or whatever. And I was like, fuck, man, this looks seems like it's gonna be it. And then you know, she told me that the only reason she was alive for the last couple months is because of everybody in the chat, and to let everybody know, you know, that she was the reason that we were the reason she was alive. So, you know, it's fucked up, but you know, um, it's been tough without her because she was the life of the chat, you know. But when she passed away, a lot of things changed, you know. You know, it's another person in spirit to be, you know. It's hard losing somebody you see in your chat room every day. Like, it doesn't seem right. Sometimes like I just can't believe it. And then her sister called me like a couple days later because she wouldn't answer her phone no more. So I knew she was pretty much gone. And then her sister called me and told me that she was gone. And then I was like, this is fucking crazy. But we had a really nice moment, me and her sister. We did a medium shit reading like about 2 years ago. And it was nice. She came to both of us and we spoke to her and stuff. Obviously, like, cried a bucket of tears. And but you know, she was always very encouraging. She was very smart. And when my sister was going through her divorce, like she passed away like a couple months before that. And that's when I needed her the most because she knew a lot of lawyer stuff, right? So I was like, fuck, I need her now more than ever because she could tell me about all this lawyer shit, you know, and she'll know exactly what to tell me, like, you know. So like that's when I missed her the most, was when I needed her for like legal stuff. And she was smart. She was probably one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Like, she would laugh at my pronunciation of words, and anybody who knew her in here, you knew exactly what I'm talking about. She was just one of those people that she spoke to everybody, and everybody like spoke to her. She was cool as fuck. But I still speak to her sister, and you know, she wasn't really her family didn't really give a shit about her like that. The only people that gave a shit about her were me and her sister and people in here. So, but it's all good, you know. I know she's in a better place and she ain't suffering no more. Because the fucked up thing is she beat cancer and then she got it like a year later, she got it back. So it was like, fuck, man. So it was like annoying. But yeah, she was my best friend on here for years. Even before I had my channel, she was like one of my best friends on here. But every now and then, when I'm driving, she'll be in the car with me, and talking shit. Because we always tease people, right? And talk shit. She was like, the woman version of me. So it's fun. I can just laugh about it now and talk about it, and because it's. I always tell people all the time, when people die, like don't be too sad. They're always gonna be around, and you gotta remember they're not suffering anymore, so it's good. No sufferation is the best. Oh yeah, I was lucky to have her, and she got so many like mediumship readings and stuff, and she had. I'm not worried about her because when I knew she was gonna die, I knew she was gonna be okay because like her a lot of her family was already gone, you know. But every time like I did mediumship readings for her, I saw like a new person. It was like so many people she already had in spirit. So I knew that she was gonna like make the transition to spirit world very easily, which she did. So, and she's nowhere near lonely or bored because she's with all the people that she used to ask me about. So I remember once, like maybe about 6 months after she passed away, and me and her sister we did the reading about her. I saw her like at a table with like at least 15 people, all on a table together, and all the people were right, in spirit. And she was just saying to us, "Hey, look," and her sister was confirming like all the people and stuff. So I knew right away that she's perfectly fine. Yep, cancer is the worst, and she died at 38 years old. So that was the heartbreaking part of it. It's like, how could you die that young? And it's like it's so fucked up when you think about it. You think that, oh yeah, you're not gonna die, you die when you're like 80 or 90 or whatever, but that's not true, man. People could die at any time. Here today, gone today. But I would have never ever thought that she was gonna like die. You know what I mean? I always had hope that she was gonna live to see another day, or she was gonna come out of the hospital and she was gonna be all right. But at least I got to speak to her like 2 days before she passed away. So, and I can speak to her all the time now. So it's all good. I always look at it in a positive way. So it's all good. I just miss having her in here, but she bring all of you to me. So I'm grateful for her bringing good people to me. And I've said it recently many times that I have a lot of good people in here now. Obviously, there's always going to be one or two that, act up, but majority of the 90% of the people that come in here are all decent people. So, you know what I mean? So that's why I feel like ever since she passed away, I've had nothing but decent people in here. So that's the blessing of it. And that's how I look at it anyway. Hey Shakima, what's up? You good? We're talking about our friend Sue. Shakima knows who Sue is. Our fellow Virgo friend. I was telling everybody because these guys don't know who she is, so I was just telling her the story about her. Oh, cool. Nice. Did you catch the bouquet? Give me that shit. You probably be like, nah, bro, I ain't catching that shit. No, no. Shakima was on his side. You go ahead, die for that damn bouquet, not me. Shakima like, nah, I'm good, bro. See, I know you well. Scheming, I'll kick that shit if it comes over here. Oh man, I knew it. Oh, you got a number? See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, see that? You got that telephone line. Yeah, I got the digits. See that? That's your number, sweetheart. Yeah. That's why you said, fuck that bouquet. I got a number. Hell yeah, that's what's up. You go, girl. What you laughing at, woman? Tanya says I need to start getting red. Tanya's on her live hollering at guys as they come by. Tanya sees somebody, she be like, I wonder if they got mutual funds and medical insurance. Oh shit. Didn't you say that about the person in the boat today? You know the boat that came crossing your live earlier? Were you talking shit? Because I didn't catch it. I could have sworn you had the fucking I could have sworn you said, "Oh, this person in the boat." I wonder if they're looking at me, and if they have. Yeah, you did, because I kind of was listening to you, but I wasn't, like, because I was doing. So I was like on my live, and I was talking to somebody and telling them that I was over here, and I was like, I know this woman ain't talking about the person in the goddamn boat. Yeah, and this woman's filming the ocean, right? And she sees a boat, and she's saying, "I wonder if this guy is looking at me and come pick me up and take down, take me somewhere." Oh, I was fucking dying. I said it. See, but if you don't say shit like that, like it, then it's not fun. You gotta say dumbass shit. Yeah, we all do it. We all look at somebody and be like, "Oh, dang, all right, holla at me." Oh shit. Oh man, that shit was funny. I love it. Hey, we gotta have fun. You gotta talk shit. If you don't talk shit and laugh, then it ain't life. Life ain't right unless you talk shit. Yeah, Shakima's gonna be in here soon, saying, "Hey, Mark, can you check if so and so, is gonna give me some of that delicious, or should I give him the time of day?" I know it's coming. See, she got the digits. She got the number. Holla at me. Oh shit. She was like, no, no. Oh shit. I can tell you the last wedding I went to. Shit, I'm trying to remember. I remember going to so many weddings back in the day when I was younger. I was actually in all my sister and brother's wedding. I was in that wedding. What was the last wedding I went to? Yeah, the last wedding I went to was my friend's wedding. I was the best man. How? I can't remember how long ago that was. I think the last wedding I went to was from my friend's wedding. I was the best man. I can't remember. That sucks. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look at some photos and shit. I don't know. I can't remember when I went to the. I can't remember what wedding it was. Shit. I can't even remember when it was. I know they've been married for a few years now. Yeah. Get chatted up at funerals. I would never chat up a woman at a funeral unless she was like banging and shit. At my dad's funeral, my ex came up to me and gave me a hug. I was like, go ahead. I was like, you just had to come over here and touch me, didn't you? Get away from me. She was just being nice. It's cool. She's lucky. She was lucky it was your funeral. I would have told her, don't fucking touch me. Now I'm not gonna be that. I won't be like that. I'm just teasing. Shit, I can't find the picture. I know I got the picture in here somewhere. I can't even. That's sad. I can't even remember when the fucking wedding was. I knew it was a while ago. That shows you how long I ain't been to a wedding. Ain't nobody want me to come to their wedding. I ain't crying at no fucking weddings. I tell you that right now. Hell no. Mark ain't crying at no wedding. I ain't crying. I never forget at my one of my best friends' weddings. I wasn't in the wedding, but I was on the side, and a guy drives across. We were all outside taking pictures, and a guy drives across, and he says, "Don't do it." And we started laughing, and I said, "Hey, bro, that might be a sign, you know." He goes, "Nah, I'll be good. I'll be good." If somebody came across and said, "Don't do it," I'll be like thinking about that shit. I'll be like, "Fuck, I wonder if this is right. Maybe this person was meant to say, don't do it." I'll never forget that day. I was laughing so much. But they're still together, though. He's a good guy. She's a good girl, anyway. They got two beautiful kids, too. I can't find a damn picture. Shit. There's a picture of me in my tuxedo, but I can't remember what year it was. Damn it. I don't know. I have to check my other. I don't think it's on my phone. It might be on my computer. I'd have to look. That's bothering me now. This is my sister's wedding. Shit, I think I showed this picture on here before. My sister had a huge wedding. My older sister, the one I don't like. Let's see. She had six bridesmaids and a maid of honor. So seven altogether. That's me and my brother right here alone. Gangsters. Gangster, sorry. Yeah. That's me and my brother. All these hoes in here. Half of these women in the party are hoes, and half of them are decent. The maid of honor, she's not a hoe. My ex, yeah, she's a hoe. That girl there, she's not a hoe. She's not a hoe. She's not a hoe. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. So yeah, half are hoes and half are not. Happy birthday, Starlight. Starlight, it's your birthday? You ain't even tell me it's your damn birthday. I forgot. Yeah, you're a Gemini. Once you go Gemini, you can't deny. Saturday here. Last day of being 47. Shit, you only 47? Oh, man. Sunday, 7th of June. Oh, your birthday is not yet then. Okay. It's not your birthday yet. You're on the 7th. Okay, cool. It's the 6th here. Still. Your birthday's tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Well, technically it's Sunday. Sunday, you can come here and I'll give you a reading of your choice, okay? That's my birthday present to you. So come here on Sunday and I'll be sure to give you a reading. My birthday present to you. I'll remember Sunday. Who's beheaded in the pic? Oh, no, I was just zooming in. So I showed you the, the full. Shakima thinks I was beheading mofos. Nah, I was just zooming in on my picture and my brother to show you me and my brother. The person that's beheaded. Let me see who I beheaded. This mofo. Who's this mofo? Oh yeah, this jackass. That's my brother-in-law's brother. He's a jackass. It's okay for him to be beheaded. He ain't nobody. I was 17 years old in that picture. Fuck, I was a G. Oh my dear. Look at that handsome motherfucker. Look at that guy. God damn. All the hoes. When I was 17, I was a motherfucking G. I gotta take a lot of these pictures off my damn phone so I can make some room. I love the fact that we have pictures and we can look at each other like at different years and shit. That's pretty cool. Oh boy. Everybody's all growing up now. This is crazy. Every time I look at pictures, I always say to myself, where the fuck is the time gone? It's always like every time flies, every day. Time flies. Yeah, of course. I hope you get many gifts. All I get is coal in my sock for my stocking for Christmas. For my birthday, I just get a cake. Here you go, bro. That's about it. That's all you get. Look at me and my nephew, the youngest one. That was at my sister's old house. Where is time going? I swear. Oh, Lord have mercy. One of my favorite sayings, right? One of my favorite sayings is this: look, if you ran like your mouth, you'd be in shape. favorite sayings ever is this: I don't give any reason for anyone to hate me. They create their own little drama out of jealousy. Ain't that true? Now, my brother, I ain't done nothing wrong to you. My nephews used to always tease me that I always wear hats, right? So they took my hats and put them on, and we took a picture of them. Now they're both taller than me. These little dweebs. Oh boy, I swear, time flies. They're freaking hilarious. These little dweebs. I call them dweebs. Look at Diamond in the when I cut the trees, all the leaves are on the ground. Look at her in the leaves. Look, fucking whack ass dog. Oh boy, always something. Time flies. That's why anybody who has kids, enjoy them while you can, because they grow up too freaking fast. They grow up too fast, and before you know it, they're gonna be a pain in the ass. Enjoy them while you can, and enjoy your life when you can, because life is too short. That's for sure. Before you know it, everybody is gone. Out of the house, doing that thing, chasing their asses. Hey T Rose, what's up? You good? Wishing you a blessed weekend too. Hey, I can't find the picture that I want. Shit. Oh well. I'll look for it in my computer because I want to see the date of the wedding. Because I can't remember. I thought I had the picture in here, but I don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh well. Such is life. I'll find it. Being that you guys are talking about weddings and shit. Anyway, yeah. All right. I'm going to get out of here myself. I need to get my ass out of here. I'm going to go chill out and watch the rest of the game. Actually, let me see what's going on in the game real quick. Okay, it's got a couple seconds left. It's tied. Oh, shit. Fuck. All right. I'll see you guys. Sure you all want to go sleep. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be here at some point in time. And yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here at some point in time. You can go watch the Island channel. I'm going to go watch the game for a bit. And I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow. Well, it is tomorrow here. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. God bless you all and be safe out there and don't do nothing I would do.